Cascadia has been shaken by a 4.5 magnitude earthquake off the coast of Oregon at the Gorda Ridge, Mendocino fracture zone. This is an area of what we are told is going to be giving us a large potential earthquake. Cascadia subduction zone is here. It's located in the U.S. Pacific Northwest and southwestern British Columbia, and it's hosted magnitude 8 megathrust earthquakes in the geological past. A future earthquake is imminent, and the potential impacts could cripple the region. Let's take a look at what's happening there. This is our area. It's a 4.5 magnitude that hit today at about a 22-kilometer depth. And it's on the Gorda Ridges, between the Mendocino fracture zone and the Juan de Fuca plate. That's the Cascadia Basin. This is the area of the Vancouver Island area, which is very active. And this is where we had the Bella Bella earthquake a day after the solar eclipse of July 2nd. July 3rd, we had the Bella Bella Canada 6.2 earthquake, and 13 hours later, we had the Ridgecrest earthquake, the pre-shock, the before shock in Ridgecrest of 6.4, and the main earthquake of 7.1 in Ridgecrest. And we had this yesterday as well, the 3.4 that shook the San Francisco Bay Area. That was on the Hayward Fault. I made a video for you yesterday concerning that shook the whole area. And of course, this is the area of the San Andreas Fault System. Hayward Fault is a fault on the San Andreas Fault System. And as we can see, that we said yesterday goes into the Cascadia fracture zone, right, the Mendocino area. Let's go to our 8 people felt it, reported feeling it. There's no shake map on that. And let's go to our, no, that's Portugal, sorry. This one here, so we could see our fault lines. Let's go to our aerial and we'll get our fault lines. You can see what exactly is going on. Population there. Okay, that's where the earthquake took place. And we could take, obviously it's not that much, but it's way off the coast. And it's full of fault lines, as you can see. Let's take off the historic seismicity so you can see much better. There we go. Okay, that's the Mendocino. That's the Juan de Fuca plate. And this is our whole Cascadia embankment right here. That's Vancouver Island that we saw. And as we can see, we have a tremendous amount of activity. These are only the earthquakes above 2.5 magnitude. And if we go into the smaller earthquakes, it'll take a few seconds. Sorry about that. It's going pretty slow today. There we go. Okay, the red are the past hour, the blue are the past day, and the yellow is the past week. So you can see that basically we've had quakes all along the San Andreas, the Walker Lane fault system. San Andreas picks up 75% of the subduction pressure stress, as you can see here, and Walker Lane fault system picks up the other 25%. We've had a tremendous amount of activity the past month right along east of Long Valley Caldera supervolcano at Nevada, in Nevada, and it's basically the area east of, it's considered the supervolcano area. There's magma, there's something going on there. They have hundreds of quakes there every day. But this is what's going on. And let's go to our Cascadia and subduction zone. According to USGS, 2 contrasting models of lithospheric structure. We have the Vancouver profile, the Oregon profile. They're going at various speeds. Vancouver here and Oregon here. The calculated speed of subduction. We're talking about Oregon right here. Our earthquake is around right here. Actually, right here. All these are volcanoes, as you can see, the whole thing. And we know that this is the most seismic area in the world is the West Coast. It's the most seismic area of the world, besides our Alaska, of course. That's amazing what's going on there. That's picked up in seismicity, it looks like. Oh, we just had another one here. Mediterranean, something is going very, very, very strange. We even had an earthquake here, Sharm el-Sheikh, that shook South Israel, 5.4 yesterday. But we're looking at this now. Okay. Let's go to our Cascadia. Subduction of the Juan de Fuca plate between North America changes markedly along the length of the subduction zone, notably the angle of the subduction, the angle of the plate going down, we see, the distribution of earthquake, volcanism, geologic and seismic structure of the upper plate and regional horizontal stress. To investigate these characteristics, we conducted detailed density modeling experiments of the crust and mantle along two transects across Cascadia subduction zone, Vancouver and Oregon, right there. One crosses Vancouver Island and the Canadian margin, and the other crosses Central Oregon. Both density models were constructed independently to depth approximately 50 kilometers down. We gathered all possible geologic, geophysical borehole data to constrain the density calculations. The final densities for Oregon and Vancouver lithosphere models were obtained from gravity inversions. The results confirmed that the downgoing slab of the Cascadia subduction zone dips significantly deeper under Oregon than beneath Vancouver Island, lending support to the idea that Juan de Fuca plate is segmented from north to south. In addition, our gravity models indicate the mantle wedge between Western Oregon below Western Cascadia is lighter than the mantle beneath Canadian continental crust. This low density agrees with low mantle velocities observed in the mantle and the present day extensional regime in the North Pacific Northwest. And here we go here. And this is how, because it's lighter, it goes down a lot faster. In the depth, this depth goes down 300 kilometers here, 300 kilometers depth. Okay, Vancouver and Western Cascades. Vancouver Island and Western Cascades calculated. We find that the substantial part of the coastal gravity maximum for both lines caused by increasing density and depth in the subducting plate. In the proposed model, the maximum possible density of the slab was used to satisfy constraints for the average density of the near coastal crust for both profiles. If a density increase in depth with depth is not introduced into the model, very high densities would be required for the near surface coastal continental crustal blocks. And then we have the USGS earthquake hazards. The 9.3 scenario Cascadia megathrust. Okay, because tectonic summary, earthquakes in Pacific Northwest, states of Washington and Oregon result from slip and falls in a variety of geological settings. Earthquakes in much of the region are a consequence of stress associated with motion of the Juan de Fuca oceanic plate. And here we go, seismological terms that are commonly used to describe the different models of earthquake occurrence, Western Oregon and the offshore continental slope include the megathrust earthquakes or interplate plate boundary earthquakes, resulting from rupture of the principal interface between the subduction of Juan de Fuca plate and overriding North America plate. The last great megathrust earthquake was 1700, a 1,000 kilometer long rupture that's documented by studies of the resulting tsunami all the way in Japan by Native American oral traditions. And then we have the crustal earthquakes originating from slip and faults with the crust of North America plate. Some of these earthquakes reflect stresses that are generated by the convergence of Juan de Fuca and North American plates. Most are related to stresses originating from the interaction of North American and Pacific plates in California and Nevada. And that's where we're having our Long Valley caldera and Nevada quake swarms now. And the deep earthquakes, sometimes called Benioff zone or slab earthquakes, resulting from faulting within the downgoing Juan de Fuca plate. And examples of occurrence occurred 45 kilometers, 70 kilometer depth range. In 2001, we had a 6.8. Okay, then we have volcanic earthquakes, of course, are located near volcanoes associated with volcanic processes. Volcanic earthquakes include a variety of earthquake seismograms of many volcanic earthquakes have characteristics that are very similar to those of non-volcanic crustal earthquakes. These earthquakes are thought to result from the perturbation of regional tectonic stratus fueled by the intrusion of magma and are denoted volcanic tectonic earthquakes. Well, we have intrusion of magma. We know that Long Valley is deforming, it's inflating because of magma entering. Swarms, earthquake swarms, we have them, of course, in the area of Long Valley and even Idaho. But even okay, this is here, right here, the earthquake swarms. Let's go closer, you can see them. And Nevada, of course. Those are definitely earthquake swarms. Long Valley and Nevada, even Ridgecrest is still having them. Earthquake swarms, the term used to describe the temporal distribution of events in a sequence of earthquakes rather than a specific type or locale of earthquake. The term is used to denote a sequence of earthquakes in a small geographic area that are similar size, in contrast to main shock and aftershock sequence. So I'll leave links below for you for this. You could read the whole article if you're interested. But they have told us that we are due for a major quake along all three sections of the San Andreas, north, center, and south. South San Andreas, in the long Los Angeles area. So all of you there, please be very careful because we have a lot of earthquakes there. Thank you for your support. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.